the databases. See, basically, you go to real-time project. Of course, I'm not saying every project, but maximum projects contains different layers like this. So this layer is called as application layer. Of course, we also call it as front end. In the same way, we have database layer. We can also call it as backend. So some connection will be there between application layer and the database layer. See, now every application so contains some customers. Customer means what? End user. So these end users are going to work with the database by using application because they cannot connect it to databases directly. For example, you take Facebook. We are all using Facebook. So how we are connecting to Facebook? Yes, we are connecting to Facebook page. I mean application. There we are providing login name, password. Then we are connecting to Facebook account. After that, we are going to upload audio files, video files, text messages, images, even photos, different things, right? Where they are all going to store. See, they're all going to store in database only because the application, the Facebook application we are using that cannot store any type of data. This is like mediator between Facebook data and you. You means what? User, end user, customer. So in the same way, maximum applications. So they have like customers. For customers purpose, they develop application layer in the same way, database layer also. The application layer is user interface. Database layer is storage, data storage purpose. Of course, data storage purpose, not only databases. Some companies are working with the file system also. For example, you take Excel files, XML files, CSV files means Notepad files, WordPad files, MS Word. So different types of files also there. Even we can store data in the form of file system also. But that is not correct process. Why? You know, in file system, we cannot provide security for the data. In the same way, we cannot provide speed, accessing speed of the data also. For example, you take the banking sector. You take any bank, suppose Bank of America, right? So there, they have customers' data. If they store it in database technology, then there is no issue because databases can provide security. Databases can provide accessing speed also. Instead of database, if they are working with some file system, for example, Excel file, they cannot provide security. They cannot provide performance. They cannot store large data also, large amount of data. So what is happening if they are using file system? Bank will be collapsed. See, databases provide security, everything, but still, so we are facing lot of issues with the hackers nowadays. Am I right or not? In place of database, if the company or bank or whatever, if that is working with any file system, they cannot manage the things. So that will create lot of troubles. Because of that reason, nowadays maximum companies or maximum our clients are working with the database technologies only, no doubt. Okay. Even in database technologies also, especially they are working with the RDBMS databases. relational database management system. So because RDBMS can provide relation in the same way, RDBMS can provide security in the same way, RDBMS can provide performance, speed, accessing speed also. So because of that reason, maximum cases we are working with RDBMS databases only. SQL Server is also RDBMS database. Of course, it is Microsoft product, but still it is based on RDBMS only. It is RDBMS product only, no doubt. So coming to SQL Server, what type of jobs we can do? See, you go to any technology, database knowledge is mandated, especially queries related knowledge, development related. In the same way, if you go to any project, any real-time oriented project, minimum 3 servers will be there. So they are development server, and who is going to work with the development server? Developers team, SQL Server developers team will be there, and they're going to work with the development server, and they're going to develop the database. What is the meaning of database development? See, in SQL Server, we can store data only in the form of tables. Not only SQL Server, you go to any RDBMS database, there we can store data only in the form of tables. There is no other facility, right? So now development means creating tables, writing commands, writing queries, writing programs, that and all comes under SQL Server development. After development, it goes to QA environment. In QA, test engineers team will be there. So they're going to test the database developed by development team. After finishing testing, it goes to next environment called as production. In production, DBA team will be there, database administration team. See, in QA database and development database, purely we are going to work with the test data. But coming to production environment, we are going to work with end users data, I mean customers data. So production environment is really important for us. Of course, I'm not saying like DBA team is not going to work with QA and development. Of course, they're going to work, but the basic operations like backup, restore, security kind of operations, we are going to perform in QA and development environments. But coming to production, we are going to perform a lot of operations, right? Because production is very important. It contains valuable data, right? So now this course, SQL Server, whatever the course we are going to learn in the coming days, that course is purely comes under DBA course, database administration course. Okay, right? Coming to developer role, I said like I explained something like creating tables, writing commands, writing programs, something. What about DBA? What type of operations DBA has to perform in real-time environment? See, coming to database administration, I can say it is mostly, support environment. Maximum cases, it is supporting role only, no doubt. Supporting role means what? See, suppose we are working with some client, right? So this is our client location. Just assume that your client is from New York, right? So now whatever the database servers we discussed previously, so those databases and the database servers will be located in this place, client place only. So now you are DBA working from India, for example, you are going to sit in our office. offshore. Just look, assume that your office is located in Hyderabad. So that means you are sitting in Hyderabad location. You are going to support databases and database servers located in New York. So in this office, of course, quite routine scenario. They're going to provide you system, first desk system. In the same way, official email ID of the company, and they're going to provide you IP phone, internet phone, and a ticket to tool also they're going to provide. So what is ticket to tool? I'll explain to you. Okay. So now here what happens, every application contains some end users like this. So now this end user is going to work with databases and database servers. So now what happens if they face any issues, any errors, client will send it to our ticket to tool in the form of ticket like this. So what is the meaning of ticket? Ticket means these error messages we are receiving from the client. Especially for client communication purpose regarding tickets, I mean issues. So as a DBA, you're going to connect to your ticket tool. After that, you're going to check the tickets received from the client. So then you have to accept ticket. After that, you're going to connect to databases and database servers from your office machine by using RDP. RDP means what? Remote desktop process. So now you have to check what is the issue. Then you have to resolve the issue. After that, you can close the issue. This is what DBA role. Every day, we are going to receive some tickets from the client, and we have to accept ticket. We have to connect it to database or database servers. Then we have to find out the issue. Then go for closing ticket. Closing. So this is what the database administration work. But what happens, here we have ITIL process. Just I'm giving brief introduction only today. ITIL process means Information Technology Infrastructure Library. It contains a set of rules, right? So these rules, based upon ITIL process rules, we are going to work with support environment and the tickets also. In ITIL especially, SLA is important. So SLA means what? Service level agreement. Generally, it is an agreement between your company and the client. Based upon SLA, ticket priorities and resolution timings will be different. Of course, different country companies maintains different SLAs, different ticket priorities also. But whatever we are using in our company right now, I'm going to share them. Suppose you received P1, priority one. P1 means P1 ticket, you have to resolve the issue immediately. They won't give you time. So in the same, if you receive P2 ticket, you can take 48 hours time for the resolution. For P3 ticket, you can take 4 days time for the resolution. P4 ticket, you can take 1 week time for the resolution. Right. So this is the thing we are maintaining in our office right now, in our current job, right? But it is not standard. It will be varied from company to company, client to client, database to database also, right? Of course, it depends upon size of the database, complexity of the database, different scenarios will be there. Okay. So coming to next case, some people will ask questions here. Suresh, you said like you are given some ticket priorities here. And DBA, I accept a ticket, but I'm not resolving ticket within the resolution. Then what happens? This type of questions you can expect. See, in this case, like if you are not resolving ticket within the resolution time, they will escalate ticket to higher officials in that. Of course, one or two escalations, no problem. If more number of escalations, then that will affect your job also. Right? So, our priorities, we should follow priorities. Of course, P1 tickets are not regular tickets, right case only. So coming to P2, maximum we are going to get P2 tickets only. So what type of tickets regularly we are going to get? What is the resolution? That and all we are going to discuss in this training part only. Maximum tickets we get from performance tuning. So we have last topic as performance tuning and troubleshooting topic. So in that topic, I'm going to discuss a lot of issues, real-time issues, and I'll explain about the issue, and I'm going to provide you resolution for the issue. Everything I'm going to discuss. The only thing is you have to go for practice. And a strong suggestion from my end is database administration means support, issue resolution. So in this scenario, we need practical knowledge. With the theoretical knowledge, you can crack into you and you can get the job, but you cannot survive in the job. Receive ticket means theoretically, how can you resolve it? You cannot resolve it theoretically, right? So you have to resolve it practically. So it is completely practical oriented course. Right from the beginning, we have to start it with installation of the SQL server. You should learn installation part also. So some people says like installation is not related to DBA, installation is related to Windows administration. Of course, Windows installation is related to Windows administration, but not SQL Server installation. If SQL Server installation is related to Windows administration, why DBA is there? Why DBA is related? You need of DBA, right? Okay. So every task we are doing practically in this training, right? So practical oriented, simply it is practical oriented training, no doubt. So coming to next scenario. For practicing SQL Server database administration, we have to go for minimum 3 servers, because in real time, just now only we discussed development server, QA server, production server. In the same way, even in real time also, we are going to work with a lot of servers. In my current job, we have around 80 servers. Right now, in our office, we have around 80 servers, 80, not 8 or 18. Of course, some companies 10 servers will be there. Like that, so where anyhow we are going to work with the multiple servers, no doubt at all. So knowledge is mandatory, practical knowledge, right? So coming to next case, right from the beginning, every weekend we are going to provide you topics, completed topics related material and interview questions also. Monday class, just we will go for brush up kind of like mock interview kind of scenarios we are going to do. Okay. So this is actually we have to go for more scenarios, but we will arrange mostly from tomorrow onwards. We will arrange regular class. Just because of Sunday, I think less number of people joined today. 2 members joined and they left from the meeting. I don't know what is the problem. Shagya is there in the meeting from the beginning, and Manikishore Kopala joined in the meeting now, but is not connected to audio. That means he can see our screen, but he cannot hear us, no doubt. Okay. So that is what the scenario. Shagya, do you have any questions?
I am actually aspiring to become a front end, not exactly front end developer. I want to become a full stack developer, but then right now I'm just doing UI technologies courses. And then one of the person who suggested me said me that in US, I live in US. So in US, there are a lot of jobs which are demanding full stack engineer or full stack developers. And for that, I wanted to know, is SQL learning is an important step? Should I be,
Like
you
in
know,
that
continue?
case, if you want to go for full stack development or UI development, you have to learn SQL developer, not a database administration. Okay. So I'm the trainer
Oh,
SQL development also. We will announce SQL development course in the next week. Coming
okay.
week, we are going to announce SQL developer also. So we will inform you definitely. Okay.
Yeah, that will be great. That will be great. So that I can, finish that course and then apply. So in how much time do you think we can, learn it? Because you said that's pretty much like, practice oriented one. So here, how much time do you think it will be like
Actually,
taking?
for us, it takes around 5 weeks. After that, you have to spend some time. That depends upon your practical. Suppose how much time you can spend per day, 1 hour, 2 hours, like that. So mostly it takes around. For me, it takes 1 month, 5 weeks around.
So
So after that,
is
that
this
depends
class,
upon your free time.
only gonna be on the weekends?
No, no, weekdays, weekdays class, weekly 5 days, Monday to Friday, sometimes
Week.
Saturday class
Oh.
also there.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, for 5, okay, it's just like, okay, pretty much like a month and a half, 5 weeks.
That's very well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So
okay.
we
So do
will
you
do
live
one
in
thing.
US?
We will let you know. Sorry,
Do you live in US? Because I see your number as like Bay Area's number.
I'm working for a US company. I'm basically from India only.
Okay, 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 okay.
I'm working for all skills.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, sure. So the other course which you said, it's like SQL developer, SQL developer, is it?
Developer. You need SQL developer training, but SQL DBA is different. Administration, that is support environment.
Okay, okay, okay,
So
okay.
you are going for full stack training and all. That's why it's better you go for
Developer
database
course.
development, SQL developer. Yeah, that's
Okay,
better.
sure.
Mostly next
Sure.
Saturday we are going to coming Saturday. Next week Saturday or Sunday we are going to start with SQL developer also. You can continue in that
Mm-hmm.
batch. We will inform you.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay. Sure.
Right, Ajay, then.
Okay.
See you then.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, Krishna.